What's up guys, Nukin here, and I'm back with another Galaxy Heroes video, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can do big damage against Darth Nihilus. So you face Darth Nihilus in phases 1 and phases 4 of the Sith Triumvirate raid, and I'm going to show you how you can take some of your Empire characters and do huge hits like 2 to 3 million plus damage or more. And we're going to go over how to do that. We're going to go over the mechanics of why we can do this. We're going to go over the characters that are specific to the strategy, and then we'll take a look at some gameplay together. So hopefully everyone enjoys this video. If you learn anything new or if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. It means a lot. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. I make videos all the time, and let's get started. All right, so let's look at some of the raid mechanics for the raid bosses, specifically Darth Nihilus here, that allows us to do what we're doing in the gameplay, which we'll take a look at in just a second. So Lord of Hunger. So the first part is something you can skip over, but the second part, which reads, whenever an enemy damages Nihilus with a basic ability, he's going to inflict defense down on them for 1 turn. So one of the Empire characters, Magmatrooper, has a unique which allows him to have high tenacity and gain turn meter whenever he's resisting debuffs. So every time Magmatrooper is doing a basic attack, Nihilus is going to attempt to put the defense down debuff on Magmatrooper, and Magmatrooper is going to get to go quite often. So that's one of the raid mechanics that's at play here. Let's look at Darth Traya now. Moving on to Darth Traya, Lord of Betrayal. So here's another mechanic to look at. So when an enemy uses an ability, so basically anything, Traya is going to gain 1 stack of Bond of Weakness and then deal special damage to all enemies based on the stat count. So basically, whenever you do anything with one of your characters, Traya is going to be damaging your team. So where this comes into play is with Death Trooper. So whenever you have a Director Krennic on the field paired with Death Trooper is going to gain a bunch of turn meter because Director Krennic is getting damaged. So that is another mechanic where your Empire characters are gaining a bunch of turn meter. So with Magmatrooper, it was with Darth Nihilus and resisting debuffs, and with this, it's Death Trooper gaining turn meter because Traya is damaging Director Krennic. So now let's look at the unit mechanics real fast. Here's Death Trooper and Magmatrooper, and there's 4 abilities to focus on. So for Death Trooper, we have Terminate and Krennic's Guard. So Terminate is a special that you can do once a character on the field dies. When you apply the Terminate debuff on, for example, someone like Darth Nihilus, he's going to be taking a bunch of damage on top of the basic attack damage. So Terminate is going to do max health damage. So depending on what phase, you can do between 15 to 50,000 damage just from the Terminate debuff. So that's going to be a lot of damage there. And then Krennic's Guard is going to give Death Trooper a bunch of turn meter whenever Director Krennic is damaged. So it's 50%, I think, when it's not Zetaed. So you can also run this team without a Zeta, but with the Zeta, it becomes way more consistent and becomes 100% turn meter chance to gain turn meter. So that's going to be pretty good. And then for Magmatrooper, his unique allows him to have high tenacity and gain turn meter whenever he resists debuffs. And then his basic attack has a double tap on it. So you're going to be having a Darth Nihilus who is terminated, and then you're attacking twice when Darth Nihilus is singled out by himself, which is going to be quite often. So you're doing double the terminate damage. So that's the mechanics for Death Trooper and Magmatrooper. Now let's look at some of the gameplay footage. Alright, so now let's look at some gameplay. This is Darth Nihilus, Sith Marauder, and Sith Assassin in Phase 1 of the Sith Triumvirate raid. This is Tier 6, not the heroic version, but I think the strategy will be very similar. You basically want to kill one of these side mobs, whether it be the Sith Assassin or the Sith Marauder first. We ended up doing the Sith Marauder, and then you can activate Terminate because you need to kill a unit before using Death Trooper's Terminate. Once that has occurred, you can activate Terminate for the rest of the raid battle. You won't need to kill another side mob again. And the technique here is you're going to be using a bunch of Magmatrooper's basics, but not always. because you need to activate the Unbreakable Will on one of your characters to prevent them from dying from Darth Nihilus's Annihilate, you're going to want to actually not gain maximum turn meter from Magmatrooper, and you'll want to use some of his other abilities like his special or the maneuver ability, which is given to him because we're using Thrawn's leadership. So that's kind of a little trick there. So that comes into play with characters that need to do Unbreakable Will, or Shore Trooper who needs to heal those characters after they have been reduced to 1 HP. Other than that, it's pretty simple. Just activate the Death Mark from Death Trooper and go to town with a bunch of basic attacks from Magmatrooper. As we went over, he's going to be resisting the defense down debuff because that's trying to be attempted to be applied on the Magmatrooper by Darth Nihilus every time you're doing a basic attack, and he's just going to go again and again and again. And because he does a double tap on his basic, he gets to do double the terminate damage, which is very effective. So that is phase 1. Now let's take a look at phase 4 without Magmatrooper and Director Krennic. Okay, so here's phase 4 where you face the Sith Triumvirate all together, which is nuts. And we also have a Sith Marauder and a Sith Assassin as a side mob character. So first off, we're running a Thrawn-led team, and this time we're going to be highlighting some synergy between Death Trooper and Director Krennic. So same strategy here where you have to take out a side mob character first so then you can terminate one of the raid bosses. So let's actually, before we go into the synergy, let's cover Darth Sion's mechanics real fast because we didn't actually do that in the beginning of the video. So with Darth Sion, you're able to get these stacks of Cycle of Pain and Cycle of Suffering. Whenever you get a stack of Cycle of Pain, it increases your unit's offense, and once you reach 5 stacks of Cycle of Pain, it turns into Cycle of Suffering, where you get an even greater offensive boost. So that's that, and that just allows you to do even more damage basically. Now we're going to be going after Darth Nihilus first because that seems to be the more effective strategy, and I might cover why in a later video. Let's just focus on doing big damage first. So the synergy between Death Trooper and Director Krennic is with the Krennic Guard unique. So every time Director Krennic takes damage, there's a % chance for Death Trooper to get a bunch of turn meter. Now when you zeta this ability, becomes consistent, becomes 100%. Oh, there goes Darth Nihilus. Boom! Oh, that was satisfying. So every time you're doing abilities, you can see Darth Traya in the center has 26 stacks of Bonds of Weakness, now 27, and it keeps going up, up, and up, and up. And you can see on the characters, they're taking this white damage every time you're using the ability. That's damaging Director Krennic, which is actually going to be good because you're giving turn meter to Death Trooper. So that's kind of the synergy there. You can do another 2-3+ million damage. I did 3.3 million damage with this run, and I think you could probably go even higher if you're trying to get optimal RNG, but that's going to be the gameplay behind that. Alright, so that pretty much covers it. Let me know in the comments below if you have any further questions after watching this video, or you drop a comment below and let me know if this worked out for you. I want to know if you're able to do some big damage with these Empire characters. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. We covered some raid mechanics, we covered some unit mechanics, and we looked at phases 1 and phase 4 with some Empire characters doing some big damage against Darth Nihilus. So pretty cool stuff. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or if you learned anything new. I appreciate it. Sub to the channel if you're new here. I make videos all the time about this great game, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Thanks for watching.
Then I'm the macho like Randy. The club will go out to the granny. This nigga pull up your bandit. Humans understand.